Hello, everyone, and welcome to Engage, a family gaming podcast. This is episode 93, and I am your host, Steven Dutzman. This is the official video game and board game podcast for EngageFamilyGaming.com. EFG is a website where parents like myself and my co-hosts come together to give parents and families the information they need to get their family game on. This week, I'm joined for a fireside chat, a quiet one, with my lovely wife, Jenna. How are you?
I'm good, and hello, everyone.
Everyone's glad to have you back, I am sure, after the chaos that was the 5 E3 episodes. And my understanding is that you were at least slightly happy to have me home from LA.
Absolutely. Slightly.
But I mean, it must have been somewhat peaceful with me gone.
It was peaceful-ish. I don't know if you consider all 3 kids and swim lessons and 2 jobs peaceful, but it's good to have you home to help out and to entertain them when they want to show you their 850 YouTube videos of various gaming things that I don't care much about.
It is true, they do like to show me YouTube videos. And you know what? Generally, I like to look at the YouTube videos. Before we get too much farther into this, I would like to take a moment before we begin to thank everybody for listening. We hope the games that you played last week were great. Hopefully we'll find you some new ones. We want to make this podcast more interactive, so please feel free to reach out to us on social media or to email us at efgpodcast@engagefamilygaming.com with any comments, questions, or topic suggestions. Also, we would love ratings on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher, which is where we are at. So please do so. So as many of you know, we typically alternate our topics between video games and board games. This week, we will have one final video game episode where we kind of wrap things up and give Jenna the opportunity to give a mom's perspective on the happenings of E3 and to catch up on the predictions that myself, the infinite co-host, and the man behind the curtain made, kind of give out a little score. And then that's going to be it. It's going to be a relatively short episode. Next week, we will be back to board games, and the plan is, unless something crazy happens, we're actually going to do a couple of board game episodes in a row, just so the board game folks have something to celebrate about, largely because Spiel des Jahres is being announced very, very, very soon. So let's get to it. First, let's take a minute to take a trip around the horn, shall we?
Sounds good to me.
So, I'll start.
Yeah, you were on a plane.
And when I was on a plane, I started playing Pokemon.
Okay.
So, to celebrate going to E3 and to give myself something to do on the 6-hour plane ride from New Jersey to Orange County, California, I bought Pokemon Sun. And I started to play it, and I'm enjoying myself. I picked Rowlet as my starter, which anyone who knows me or follows me on Twitter or anything like that knows that was going to be my choice. And I am, I am about a dozen hours into the game so far, and it's what you guys told me it would be. I'm very happy with it. I think it is cool. I'm learning a lot because this is the first mainline Pokemon game that I am determined to beat. I put a bunch of hours into Pokemon X, but I gave that to Jacob so he could try and do a Nuzlocke run, which is a special kind of run. We'll talk about that later. But the bottom line is I let him restart my game. So that is no longer my game. So now here I am. I am playing Pokemon Sun, and I'm enjoying it. I think it is. One thing I will say is that it's much more accessible than Pokemon X was. Pokemon X was a little arcane. It was like hard to read. This is way easier to kind of step into. Once you've fought a Pokemon, it'll tell you if moves are effective or not, which I really like. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Good. Well, I haven't done much in the world of video games. I have played a little bit of Final Fantasy X, stealing the controller from Steve while he was playing. Played a little bit of Minecraft with the kids. I'm trying to encourage them to get started on some projects over the summer with regards to Minecraft instead of playing in PvP mode and doing dumb things. So, you know how I feel about Minecraft being more of a learning experience than just crazy running around sandbox game. So
And if you want to see the result of some of that creative stuff, you should check out our Instagram page. And look, there is a video from over the weekend of somehow they got a chicken stuck on a boat. And our daughter decided to do sound effects.
And she thought that was probably the funniest thing that she's ever seen. So we had about 30 minutes of my 4-year-old pretending to be a duck/goose/chicken.
On a boat.
On a boat.
Trapped on a boat.
Yeah.
Which is funny because ducks and geese can swim, but whatever.
Yeah.
So just if you want to if you want to know what our experience was like, head on over to our Instagram account and look up that video and just imagine that noise for about half hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to leave that to you guys. So that's our trip around the horn. Really, we haven't played a lot of games. I've played some grown-up games as a way to kind of cleanse my palate. I started playing Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor again. Not for the children, kind of gory, but it's good for us grown-ups after the kids go to bed. But that's around the horn. So let's get to these predictions, shall we?
Sure.
Well, first off, you know what? Before we do the predictions, E3 happened, I was gone, and one thing that we got everybody else's perspective, including a bunch of people who had never been on the podcast before. But we never got your perspective. I had wanted to try and kind of call you in and have you kind of help out on one of those podcasts, but they were long as it was, and I know you were super busy. Are there a couple of things that were announced or that I played and talked to you about that like really stuck out as things you're really looking forward to or looking forward to watching our kids experience?
Well, I mean, we've tried some of the Nintendo, the Test Punch for ARMS. ARMS looks a little bit more interesting than I thought it would. I had every E3 that you have gone to or talked about for the last, 5 years, I've made the prediction that they're going to announce more information about Kingdom Hearts 3. And I decided this year that I wasn't going to do it because I've been disappointed every year when they haven't really done anything but shown the logo. Apparently this year I should have.
Yeah, no kidding. And there's more coming because at the D23 Summit, which is coming up in July, they're going to have an entire video game presentation, which is going to be super interesting.
But I saw the Japanese language trailer and it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
And I know they're going to release a new world and everybody's taking predictions as to what that world we're going to be.
So what do you think the new world is going to be in Kingdom Hearts? That's the question. At D23, which is the Disney E23 Summit, this is where they announce new Disney movies. I bet you we'll see an Incredibles trailer there. That's the kind of thing that they do. Right. Incredibles 2, by the way, coming out less than a year from now.
Right.
Which is insane. But so they're going to have an entire presentation just for video games. Obviously, we'll be covering it in depth. And they have announced that they will be showing and revealing a new world.
Right.
For Kingdom Hearts 3. What do you think it's going to be?
If they wanted to be all about capitalism, and it's Disney, and marketing and attracting new players, they'd make it Frozen. If they want it to be cool and thematic and intriguing, they'd make it Moana. And the bad guy's going to be, oh my goodness, I should know, the abominable snowman thing from Frozen, the new bad guy that they're going to announce.
So you think it's going to be Frozen?
No, I think the bad guy might be from Frozen, the new bad guy, because they're going to do two things, announce a new bad guy and announce a new world. Yes, they said that.
Oh.
So I think the bad guy's going to be that abominable snowman creature with the cute little name from Frozen. Help me out.
That abominable snowman, I don't know what his name was, but he turned out to not be a bad guy.
Yeah, but they could make it a bad guy. They've already got kind of the graphics for that inside. Sure. And I think Frozen would be the capitalistic way to go with the new world, but I'm hoping that it's going to be Moana. I'm hoping.
I mean, I think Moana would fit, but they already have island worlds.
Yeah, but maybe they'll get rid of the Little Mermaid world from hell. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, I mean, the Little Mermaid world is bad, but I'm just not even talking about. Anyway, I think it's going to be Star Wars. Because Yoda with a lightsaber keyblade is absolutely a thing. Or Ray with a lightsaber keyblade.
That'd be awesome, but I think, I don't know.
All right, well, if you have your own opinions about what New World is going to be released in Kingdom Hearts, by all means, please tweet at us, email us, send us comments, and join engagefamilygaming.com/community and let us know. So what else other than the Kingdom Hearts thing really stuck out for you, honey?
Well, I mean, since our son was kind enough to stream the entire Nintendo Spotlight thing
Twice, once on the bus and then once at home.
Right, on the bus is what killed us with our data plan, but we won't even go there with his new phone and him streaming the Nintendo show on the bus. I paid a lot of attention to that because he came home super excited to tell us everything. Paper Yoshi sounds super cute. Another Kirby game. Our middle child loves him some Kirby. The DLC for Zelda, which is coming out like super
in
soon.
5 days.
Yeah.
Before the next video game podcast, I will likely have finished the Heroes Challenge. So we'll be able to talk about it, especially since we've got a couple of weeks of board games coming out.
Right. Super Mario Odyssey looks like a lot of fun.
Where do you come down on whether or not it is creepy that Mario can possess things?
I don't think it's creepy. I think it's funny. I think it's neat. I think the mechanics are going to be interesting. It was really fun seeing your pictures of the tank with the Mario mustache and the Chompy with the Mario mustache, and it just looked fun. I mean, I don't think it's creepy. I mean, I get why people think that it could be, but it's just a game.
So Nintendo has actually come out officially on Twitter and said that it is not possession. He's not possessing things. He is capturing them. So it's important that we remember that. But so anything else kind of strike you? One more thing. One big thing from E3 that you saw me talking about or heard me talking about that you really were interested in.
Interested in or dreading?
Okay, so interested in, second dreading. I want to know what you're dreading.
Interested in. What else was I interested in from E3?
I mean, you seem to like some of the footage from the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. You thought that looked kind of neat.
Of course that looks fun, and our son loves to play it. And, yeah, that looked cool. I liked that a lot.
Oh, so I know where you're going with the dreading. The good news is
everybody who listens to us should know where we're going with the thing that I'm dreading.
The good news is it's not coming for a while. But would you be hinting at being a little afraid that I'm going to buy Metroid Prime 4?
Yes.
I can guarantee you I'm buying Metroid Prime 4. But wait, here's the good news. The good news is it's on the Switch, which means I can take it off the television and put headphones on.
That would be fabulous. And I've been told that I get to, do something fun and have a girls' weekend and go away when you and your brother can play for the entire weekend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're going to beat that game in a weekend. This is in a year or two. We'll probably stream the whole thing, actually. Evan will help. And the Infinite co-host will help, and you can just go to a spa or something.
As long as I'm not there, you can play that game. But if it is on my TV when I am home, it might be grounds for, filing for divorce or something.
Really?
You know how much I hated that.
All right, so anyway. That seems a little harsh.
Okay, so what else did you talk about at E3 that was cool? I mean...
No, we're good. I think that's enough. I mean, unless something else really sticks out. I mean, you've got to be impressed with the giveaway. Even though you can't win.
I know I can't win. And the giveaway is awesome. Oh, you know what I wanted to say was cool? The amiibo.
Oh, yeah. How about the wedding ones? The wedding cake topper ones?
The Mario and Peach wedding cake topper amiibos? Yeah.
I mean, so they're not officially wedding cake toppers. If you wonder what I'm asking, check out our Instagram timeline. It's in there. They are in all white. Mario's in a tux. Peach is in a wedding dress. Now, I know they aren't officially wedding cake toppers, but if you mean to tell me that people aren't going to use those two as wedding cake toppers, you crazy.
No, of course they are. And our son could not have danced around and screamed more loudly than when he saw the Cloud amiibo.
Yeah, those are going to be hard to find.
And he's never actually played, except for Kingdom Hearts, played a game with Cloud in it.
He is his main fighter in Super Smash Brothers
Super
for Wii.
Smash Brothers, yes, but he doesn't know him from his original game.
That's a really good point, and I wonder what's happening with that. With that said, all I need to do is get a controller for the PC, and Evan can play Final Fantasy VII on the PC.
Are they going to remaster it when they
It's already been remastered. We could buy it on PS4 if we wanted.
So why are they releasing an amiibo for
Because they're releasing an amiibo for every character that was a fighter in Smash.
Okay.
And Cloud is one of the last characters. And he has not gotten... they also released the Bayonetta amiibos.
I saw those.
So he's like one of the last few of the Smash line.
And the new Splatoon amiibos look fun.
Yeah. Do you like the Metroid ones?
I saw them.
You didn't think they look cool?
Samus looks like Samus.
All right.
I mean, what do you want me to say? It's Metroid.
I don't really want you to say anything. But yeah, the Cloud ones are going to be hard to find. We're going to have to find those for maybe a Christmas gift. Anyway. So, how about that Mario vs. Rabbids Kingdom battle? You going to play that with me?
I don't know. I mean, we had the Rabbids Party game back in the day for the...
This is going to be very different.
We had it for the GameCube, and it was fun.
No, we didn't. We had it for the Wii.
No, the GameCube.
No, absolutely, it was for the Wii.
Are you sure?
Do you want to make a bet with me?
No, because it's late at night and I'm tired, but I'm pretty sure...
It's absolutely on the Wii.
I'm pretty sure it was on the GameCube. Based on the people that we were playing the game with, I'm pretty sure that it was on the GameCube.
You sure?
Those people haven't been around for quite some time.
Jenna, what do you want to bet?
Let's
bet stuff that we can't talk about. So,
no.
Because I'm going to win. So, folks, if you want to correct my wife, head on over to engagefamilygaming.com/community and remind her that the Rabbids were the Ubisoft addition to the Wii lineup because they had motion controls. So, let's take a little bit of a break. And then when we come back, Jenna will have looked up when the Rabbids came out. And she'll probably be very sad because I was right and she was wrong. And then we'll go over the predictions because I have not looked at the predictions since. And we got to figure out who won, me, Michael, or John. So, see you in a minute, folks.
Guys, it's the man behind the curtain again. Have you gone to the Facebook page? Have you looked up our giveaway? We're giving away a Mario Kart Deluxe Edition Switch. Just go to the Facebook page, look us up, Engage Family Gaming, and follow the instructions. If you go there, you can get a Mario Kart Edition Switch on us. That's all I got for you today. You happy? You get the Switch?
All right, everybody. So, here's how we did it. Me, John, and Michael, so myself, the infinite co-host, and the man behind the curtain, each made 5 predictions. And I have not looked at them since. Okay, what? You're making a face.
No, I forgot something that I was excited about, but I'll talk about it when you talk about your predictions.
Sure. So I have not looked at these since that episode.
Okay.
So we're going to go through them, and we will identify, and you get 1 point per, and we'll see who won, myself, the man behind the curtain, or Michael. And we'll see who is the champion for 2017 E3. So,
okay.
Shall we start with myself?
Yes.
All right, so prediction number 1. The Animal Crossing app will be announced by Nintendo to go alongside a newly announced Switch game. I did not get that one right. So that is 0 points for me. So I had a 2-parter for number 2. Now, it is worth noting, Reggie Fils-Aimé, in an interview last week, did confirm that the Animal Crossing app is on the way and will be released in fall of 2017, and the team is very happy with it. So I'm happy to report that all is not lost for Animal Crossing fans. That app is coming, and as far as I'm concerned, that game is absolutely coming at some point. It's just not coming right now.
Okay.
My prediction number 2. This is a 2-parter, so I'm going to petition for half of a point. I said Spider-Man would be playable, and it would have a 2018 release. Now, it was not playable by people on the show floor. It was playable in behind closed doors demos. We were watching people play
Spider-Man what?
Spider-Man for PlayStation 4.
Okay.
By Insomniac Games. It was there, but they were all theater demos, and you were watching Insomniac employees play the game. With that said, it is scheduled for a 2018 release, so I am asking for a half a point judge because at least I know that it is coming out in 2018, even if there were not playable demos on the show floor.
Okay.
May I have my half a point?
Sure, you have a half a point.
Fair enough. So, half a point. I think I should lose my half a point just for how embarrassingly bad my third prediction is, but we'll talk about it. My third prediction is I said Nintendo will, once again, disappoint fans by not announcing a Metroid game. And not only was I wrong, I was double wrong because they announced 2 Metroid games.
Yes, they did. Yay.
So I don't actually lose points, but it was bad. I was super sarcastic, and Nintendo, almost to spite me, announced not only Metroid Prime 4, which is coming out for the Switch, but they also announced Metroid Samus Returns for the 3DS, which is a remake of Metroid 2 that was on the Game Boy. It's a full remake, completely. It's not a remaster. They're remaking it from the top to the bottom. It's already done. It's coming out, I believe, in September. So they kicked me in the face.
Okay, so you're still at half a point.
Still at half a point. Number 4, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Beta this summer. That did not happen. I should have gotten some extra points by cheesing it out and saying that they were going to announce more characters, which they announced a ton of new characters, but I didn't.
They did have a playable demo for you, though.
Well, it was playable on the show floor, but I meant like it was going to have a beta,
yeah.
Meaning like we were going to be testing the multiplayer and stuff.
No.
So I was wrong. And number 5, I predicted, and I
was also wrong.
That Smash Bros. Deluxe would be announced with a release date this holiday, with all the DLC and at least 1 new character. None of those things were correct. With that said...
So you are at a half a point.
I have a half a point. I think it is still possible that Smash Bros. Deluxe will come out this year, but not yet.
Okay.
So I am at 1/2 of a point.
Yes, you are.
That's pretty embarrassing for the editor-in-chief.
Yeah.
But here we go. So now we're going to need some actual judging from you.
Okay.
So Jonathan said, for his first prediction, that a Pokemon game was going to be coming to the Switch by the end of 2017. There are no Pokemon.
I'm giving him a half a point for that. If I gave you a half a point for your Spider-Man thing, because they did announce that a full Pokemon RPG is being released for the Switch, and that they're thinking that it's coming out soon.
No, that's not what they said. They said it was going to take at least a year for it to come out.
Okay, I think
you're going to give him a half a point.
Yes.
You're just trying to... All right, fine.
No,
you know what?
Because
fine.
there is going to be... And that's one of the things that I was excited about, was that there's actually going to be a Pokemon game.
It's fine. That's fine.
Right.
So, Jonathan, congratulations. My wife just cheesed you into a half a point. Number 2, he predicted a Final Fantasy game coming to Switch by summer 2018. I think that's a safe bet, maybe. I think that could happen. But, no.
No, because he wasn't specific enough, and... You know, they could remaster something and put it out.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I think he thought that.
Okay.
So next, he suggested that a new Castlevania game was going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Nope.
No. That's number 3. Number 4, he predicted a new Metroid Prime game. Well, got to give it to him. He got a point. He called it. And you know what? I told him he was crazy.
Yeah, so you got 1.5 so far.
And number 5, he predicted that they would have a new Luigi's Mansion that is a third-person, over-the-shoulder game. That was a stretch. I still think that could happen.
I love a new Luigi's Mansion. I mean, they've been making them for the 3DS, and...
well, they made one for the 3DS.
I think they made 2 now.
No, they made 1. Do you really want to start with me after your Rabbids scenario?
You could be right. I have seen the kids play different versions of a Luigi's Mansion game, but one might be not a 3DS version, one might be something else.
Possibly.
But they have Luigi's Mansion, and the kids have been playing it, and they like it. They haven't had the fun experience of seeing the original Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube and all the funny sound effects that go along with it.
Yeah, no, they have not, but they will.
No Luigi's Mansion. All right, let's talk about the Infinite Co-host.
Now's the Infinite Co-host. So Jonathan is at 1.5 points.
Yes.
Okay, so, and I thought he was absolutely nuts, by the way. The fact that he is ahead of me is embarrassing to me. So he's editing this podcast right now, laughing all the way.
I'm
because
sure.
I told him he was drunk.
Could the Infinite co-host? I haven't listened to this episode yet, but I'm looking at your notes here. Could the Infinite co-host predictions be more Infinite co-host like?
No, these predictions are Michael as all get out.
They really are.
So,
okay.
And unfortunately, he's going to lose a lot of points.
Okay.
So,
he's not going to gain any.
Yeah, he's not going to get anything, I don't think.
All right,
so,
let's see.
Number one, Sony will announce Spider-Man on PS4 as having MCU integration. Basically saying that it was going to have characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
So here's the thing. It is not in that. I told him directly that they have already confirmed that it is not going to have characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe in it because it is intended to be its own thing. However, there will be costumes and stuff. So you are the judge. There will be alternate Spider-Man costumes.
We know that Spider-Man gets to try the Iron Man suit in the movies, doesn't he?
Oh, we don't know that yet.
Oh, I thought we did.
Like the Iron Spider thing?
Yeah.
We don't know that yet.
I thought we saw that in the preview, but
no,
anyway.
Not yet, but probably. So
maybe the costumes will be there, but I don't think that's worth half a point. Maybe a quarter of a point.
All right, we'll give him a quarter of a point. That's fine. That it's probably going to have some nods to it. But if we're talking like Steve Rogers, like the Captain America we know is not going to show up in this game. Number two, Nino Kuni. I know you would be happy with that.
Yes, I would.
But it's a video game, so he'd probably be wearing his shirt. So he predicted that Nino Kuni 2 would have a playable demo. Nope. With that said, it is coming out sooner than he thought it was because it's actually coming out this November, and I am ecstatic.
And they did show a new trailer for it.
They showed a new trailer for it, so we will be playing and covering that game.
So I'll give him a quarter of a point for that.
No.
Why?
Because there's no playable demo.
Okay.
It was playable on the show floor, but there's no demo. He was saying that they were going to release a playable demo.
Okay.
And so, no.
But
Nope.
All right.
No. You can't just give him points so that he gets
a quarter of a point.
No, then he's tied with me after being completely wrong twice.
Okay.
You're just trying to make me last.
No.
This is just messed up. All right, Season 3, he predicted that they were going to make an announcement regarding DLC characters for Street Fighter V Season 2. They didn't. With that said, EVO is coming up in less than a month. So
doesn't count. He made those predictions for E3, not for EVO.
I get it. He missed.
Yeah.
Because that announcement is absolutely coming at EVO. Might even be the same character. So number 4, he predicted that Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, which is, wait, this is important, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions is the remastered version of Final Fantasy Tactics that was released on PlayStation Vita, PSP, and also on iPad.
iPad, right. I've seen you play it on the iPad.
And he was suspecting that the iPad version would be, he clarified this later, he was predicting that the iPad version with the touch controls and stuff like that would be brought over to the Nintendo Switch. I think that is a safe bet eventually, but no, that was not announced. And 5, he predicted that Bethesda will have a family-friendly game that is rated T. Nope, they did not do it. At their showcase, they had a new Wolfenstein game, which was hella not appropriate. They had, so actually, you know what? I have to look something up. Because I have never looked up the rating for the Elder Scrolls Online. Because it is possible that it is rated T for teen.
I don't think it is.
Nope, it's rated M. Sorry. So no, they announced a whole bunch of murder fests.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Michael does not get points for that one. So that's it. So the winner for the 2017 EFG Staff Prediction Fest is the man behind the curtain, Jonathan Tomlinson. John, well played at 1 1/2 points. I got to up my game next year. And next year, Madam Judge, you got to make predictions.
That's fine. Just, record at a decent hour, and I will do so.
Yeah, that's fair. We did record that pretty late.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure you have your commentary on how you think we did. Maybe you think that the judge was a little biased against me. If you have your thoughts on that, by all means, please head on over to engagefamilygaming.com/community and let us know what you think. So, yeah, that's it. We really didn't want to keep things too long. We wanted to just go over a few little things here.
Can we talk about the one
Yeah,
game?
what was the one game? Because I'm curious as to what the one game that's left is that you're excited about.
Ori.
Oh, boy, a new Ori. What is it? Ori and the Will of the Wisps coming to Xbox. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Can I just say...
It just looks beautiful. I saw how much you struggled with playing the Ori and the Blind Forest.
Whoa. Platformers are my jam. It was hard, but I did it.
Well, that's what I mean. I saw how much... Can I finish my sentence?
Yes.
I saw how much you struggled with playing Ori and the Blind Forest because it was a challenging platformer. I have not tried to play through that game yet. I just watched it, and I loved it, and I'd love to try my hand at it. But this is something that I've said many times before. I am awful at platformers. Like 100% truly awful. So I would like to, I said that was going to be a summer project of mine, was to try and play through Ori and the Blind Forest so that I could be ready for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. But I don't know that I'm up to that challenge.
Speaking of being ready for Ori and the Will of the Wisps, what it really made me want to do was buy an Xbox One S and an HDR television just so we could
watch it.
just so we can see the niceness. We're going to have to get a new Xbox eventually anyway.
I think they need to make that into a cartoon. I really, really think it needs to be made into a cartoon.
I totally agree. So, that is the last of the Engaged Family Gaming E3 2017 coverage. So, I want to thank you guys for being with us and listening to all of our coverage. This has been, I know we've kind of belabored the point, and we've done a lot of podcasts, and, some of you are board game people, and you might be like, come on, when are we going to talk about Ticket to Ride, man? Don't worry, that is coming. I thank you for humoring me. Going to E3 has been a lifelong dream, and first of all, and I need to thank a few people. Most notably, I need to thank my wife. And I want to thank her while she is sitting next to me, because the truth is I would not have been able to go without her blessing and without her kindness and grace. Because, she took care of the kids and kind of managed the home front with 2 jobs and 3 kids, them finishing, getting ready to finish school. The reality is, when this happened, when I found out we were going, I called and told her about it, and there was never a question of whether or not I was going. I didn't have to ask or beg or, pull in favors. So, Jenna, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me kind of fill my bucket list, because this is one of the biggest things for me. So thank you very much for supporting me.
You are very welcome, and that was very sweet.
The next thing I want to do is thank all of you folks, listeners. If it wasn't for you guys, Engaged Family Gaming would not exist. I thank you guys a lot, but normally I just thank you for listening. Here I want to thank you for making this possible. You read the articles, you comment on the Facebook page, you do all the things that help keep the lights on, and by keeping that engagement going, you make our site grow. So thank you very much. I hope that you guys have a great week. We will talk to you next week with some board games to enjoy during your summer vacation. And until next time, this is Steven.
And this is Jenna. We're
signing off. Don't forget to get your family game on. We will see you guys next week. Bye now.
Bye, everyone.